Hello, this is an intermediate guided practice. We're going to focus on abdominal work and inversions. So I start in Adho Mukha Virasana, sitting on my heels. I move the hands forward, and as I keep pressing buttocks down to the heels, I extend the torso forward and then bring the head down. I keep the arms straight and roll the upper arms from the inside out, moving the trapezium back towards the waist. To elongate the sides of the waist, I keep the weight back towards the heels. I move the shoulder blades into the body, extend the sides of the torso, move the chest forward and down. And then I go into Adho Mukha Svanasana, bringing the toes in. First lifting the hips, lifting the kneecaps with the legs completely straight. Then I push back with the upper thighs, move the hips back and up. And then slowly extending the sole of the feet, I bring the heels down. And finally relax the head down. I keep rolling the upper arms from the inside out and moving the shoulder blades into the body. Then I walk forward towards Uttanasana, concave back. The hips in line with the ankles, shoulders in line with the wrists. I roll the upper arms from the inside out and extend the front of the torso from the navel to the chest bone, chest move forward. Then I take the elbows and relax the torso and the head down. Elevating the sides of the trunk down. I keep the legs firm, kneecaps lifting, and I keep the hips in line with the ankles. As I press down with the heels, I lift the outer hips up. Then change the crossing of the arms. Keep extending the torso down. Then I bring the hands to the waist and lift torso up. Tadasana, feet together, arms and legs straight. I press the front thighs back to bring the weight to the heels. I lift the pubic bone towards the navel to extend the front of the torso and allow the top of the buttocks to move down towards the heels. I roll the shoulders from the inside out as I press the shoulder blades into the body. Parspottanasana. I bring the arms to the center of the chest and jump the legs apart. Hands to the waist, and I turn to the right, bringing the left toes in. As I turn to the right, I roll the back thigh in so that my hips are pointing towards the side of the mat, towards the right side. And then I go to concave back, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the front of the torso from the pubic bone to the navel, navel to the chest. And then I look up, keeping the torso, the front of the torso long. I go forward, hands on the floor, into concave back. I extend the front of the torso, moving the shoulder blades into the body and the sternum forward. Keeping both legs straight. As I exhale, I go forward into the forward bend. keep extending the front of the torso, navel to the chest, chest forward, chest bone forward. I roll the shoulders back, away from the neck, away from the ears. And then I come back to concave back, look up, bring the hands to the waist, keep the legs straight, leave the torso, and turn to the center. Second side, bring the right toes in, turn to the left. So I roll the right thigh in, and I leave the front of the torso, pubic bone to the navel, navel to the chest, chest to the chin, chin up. I roll the shoulders back, keeping the concave back. I go forward, and then bring the hands to the floor, and I keep the concave back, moving the navel to the chest, chest bone forward. I roll the shoulders back. I keep the legs straight, moving the outer left hip back to keep the hips squared to the front. And as I exhale, I go forward, to the forward bend, head down. I keep the legs straight, moving the left outer hip back to extend the torso forward. And then I come back to concave back, hands to the waist, keeping the legs straight. Back to the center, and jump to Tadasana. Prasarita Padottanasana, hands to the waist. Spread the legs wider apart this time. Keeping the legs straight, I press the outer edges of the feet to the floor, seeing that they are parallel to the sides of the mat. Then leave the pubic bone to the navel, navel to the chest. Look up, roll the shoulders back. Keeping the torso long, I go forward. Bring the hands in line with the shoulders. And keep working the concave back, rolling the upper arms and the shoulders, moving the chest forward. I keep the front of the thighs pushing back and bringing more weight to the outer edges of the feet to lift the inner legs. Then I move the hands back in line with the toes and bend the elbows, keeping the same distance between the elbows, shoulder width. I roll the shoulders away from the floor and from the ears, press the shoulder blades into the body, and bring the head down. I keep lifting the inner legs and the outer hips up. And I keep extending the torso down. Then I come back to concave back, bring the hands to the waist, leave the torso, close the feet a little bit, and then jump to Tadasana again. Parivrtta Trikonasana, jump the legs apart. And I take the hands to the waist, and then turn to the right. As I lift the left arm up, I extend the sides of the torso and then go forward to bring the hand to the outer side of the foot. And I'll square the hips as I did in Parsvottanasana, bringing the outer right hip back, rolling the left thigh in, and then I move the back left ribs down towards the floor to revolve the torso towards the right. And then I extend the right arm up. And then if you have the balance, you can look up towards your right hand. To come out of the pose, I keep the legs straight, come back to the center. The left side, take the hands to the waist, turn the back foot in, turn the whole body to the left, keeping the hips facing the left foot. Then I bring the right arm up, extend the side of the torso as I go forward, take the hand to the outer side of the foot. And first square the hips, bringing the outer left hip back. I extend the torso forward, move the Back, right ribs down towards the floor to revolve the torso. And then I extend the left arm up and look up. To come up, keeping the legs straight. I bring the torso up. And then jump to Tadasana. Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. Again, jump the legs apart. Hands to the waist. As I turn to the right, bring the back toes in. Then I bend the leg to 90 degrees. And extend the arms to the side as in Virasana. I bring the back heel up and revolve the torso, turning the back thigh in more, and then bring the hand to the outer side of the foot. I move the back left ribs down to revolve the torso towards the right. And then I extend the right arm up, and then bring it close to the ear. I keep the back leg straight, lifting the thigh away from the floor. And then to come out, back to Virasana, and then turn to the center. Then to the left side, I turn the back foot in, and bend the knee to 90 degrees. As I lift the heel, extend the arms in Virasana, turn the torso. And I extend the left arm up towards the ceiling, and then bring it close to the ear. I keep the back leg straight. And then take my other pose. I come back to Virasana and turn to the center. And I jump to Tadasana. Parighasana. So I place a blanket on the left side of the mat. I place the shin bone, pressing against the blanket from the ankle to the knee. And I extend the right leg to the side, keeping the heel in line with the left knee. Extend the arms to the side, then as I exhale, go to the side, to the right side. In the right leg, like in Trikonasana, I roll the thigh from the inside out, bring the buttock forward, and as I press the shin bone down on the blanket, I move the tailbone in. Then I move the arm close to the ear, going more and more to the right side. And then I come back. Left side. Now move the blanket to the other side of the mat. Right shin bone on the blanket, left leg out. Placing the heel in line with the right knee. And I roll the thigh from the inside out, moving the buttock forward, extending the sides of the torso, and then I go to the left side. I keep rolling the abdomen from the left to right, and then I bring the arm close to the ear. And to come back and bring the torso up. We're going to do Bharadvajasana. So I start from Dandasana with the feet together. I roll the shoulders back. I press the shoulder blades in and leave the sides of the torso. The legs remain straight, pressing the inner thighs down, pressing the heels forward, and the big toe mount forward as well to extend the inner legs, the back legs, and press them down. Then Bharadvajasana, I place a blanket. Place blanket under the right buttock and move the legs to the left, placing the ankle on top of the arch of the other foot, both knees on the floor with the thighs parallel. Then the left thigh has to press down so both hips are even horizontally. And then I turn to the right. I turn the navel. I turn the back ribs forward. Then I walk more and more with the right hand to hold the ankle. And I use this back arm to turn the shoulder more. Exhaling. I come back to the center, extend the legs forward in Dandasana. On the other side, I bring the support under the left buttock, move the legs to the right. I place the ankle on top of the arch of the other foot, both knees on the floor, thighs parallel. So as I press the right thigh down to make the hips even horizontally, I extend the sides of the torso and then turn to the left. First moving the navel and the abdomen, then moving the ribs, then turning the chest, and I walk back more and more with the back arm to hold the ankle, and as I turn the shoulder more, I can revolve more in the ribs. And then I look back to the left shoulder. As I exhale, I release the twist, extend the legs forward in Dandasana. And Bharadvajasana II. So I place the left leg, the right leg, sorry, in Virasana with the toes pointing straight back. So if you need a blanket, if you need support for Virasana, then you can place a blanket under the buttocks. And then I bring the left leg to the side, and I roll the calf out. The thigh is rolling out as well. Then I take the front of the foot to roll everything as I bring the foot into Padmasana. So I want to bring the outer edge of the foot close to the groin. Then I extend here from the groin to the knee so that the knee descends and goes to the floor. Then I take the left arm back to hold the toes, extend the sides of the torso, bringing both sitting bones down to the floor, and then I turn to the left. Exhaling, I come back to the center. And then I take the leg from the bottom up. And then I slide it forward. Once it's on the floor, then I can extend the leg. And then I undo Virasana to go back to Dandasana. Now the other side. So left, like in Virasana, rolling the calf out. So the knee, it's straight. And the toes are also pointing in a straight line back. Then I bend the right leg here, rolling the thigh, and then taking the calf from the bottom, from the back. Then I roll the calf, and I roll the foot to bring the outer edge of the foot to the inner groin, and then this knee comes forward. So I have to extend from the groin to the knee so that it comes down. You can also use support here either for the hips or for the knee, if you need to. Then I bring the arm back to hold the toes. Bringing both sitting bones to the floor, I extend the sides of the torso, and then as I exhale, I turn, moving the abdomen first to the right, then I move the back ribs, the left, right back ribs to the front, and pulling on the toes, I can roll the shoulder more to turn the chest. So I have to move the elbow of the right arm that is behind me. I have to move it away from the ribs to help me twist more. And then as I exhale, I release. Again, I take the leg, slide it forward, then I extend it to Dandasana. Both feet. Dandasana. Mukha Svanasana. So I lay on the floor, place the hands in line with the chest, bring the toes in, lift up. I extend the arms, rolling the upper arms from the inside out, bring the shoulder blades in, lifting the kneecaps and lifting the hips up and back. Then to come up, I bring the knees to the floor. And now, Urdhva Prasarita Padottanasana. So I lay on the floor, I move the flesh and the skin of the buttocks towards the heels. And then I extend one leg at a time. Being Supta Tadasana, I roll the shoulders down. And I allow the abdomen to relax down, the front ribs to relax down away from the t-shirt. And I take the arms back. Keeping the legs together, compacting the legs one towards the other. I bring the knees towards the chest and allow the abdomen to move down towards the spine. And I extend the legs up 90 degrees. As in Adho Mukha Svanasana, I press the front of the thighs back, keep the hips and the ankles in line, and I spread the skin in the sole of the feet. I keep the abdomen and sides of the torso stretching, using the arms to take the arms further back. bend the knees. Take the arms back and extend the legs. Now we're going to do the full sequence. So take the arms back. As I exhale, I bring the navel down and lift the legs 30 degrees off the floor, keeping them straight and compact. And then I lift them up a little bit to 60 degrees. And move the navel down. I keep the action of the legs pressing the front thighs away. And then back to 90 degrees. Extend the torso even more, the sides of the torso and the arms. And then back to 60 degrees. And then back to 30. And then back down. And I bring the arms back. Supta. And bend the knees and roll to the side. Paripurna Navasana. So start from Dandasana. Roll the shoulders back, press the shoulder blades into the body to leave the torso. And then I bring the hands back a little bit. Lean back to bring the legs up. I balance on the sitting bones and then extend the arms forward. And I keep the concave back, rolling the shoulders back, chest forward and up. So my feet and my head should be in line at the same height. I keep compacting the hips and the legs towards each other. And then come back to Dandasana. Once more, hands back, legs up. I balance on the sitting bones. And I leave the sternum to keep the back straight. Shoulders back.
Perdón, no encontré ningún grupo o dispositivo con el nombre Start.
And then I come back to Dandasana. Now Supta Padangusthasana, so I go back to Supta Tadasana again. I roll the shoulders. I press the thighs down. Now relax the abdomen down. And I bend the right leg. Hold the toe, the big toe. Or you can also use a belt. If it's not possible to extend the leg all the way up, keeping it straight, then you can use a belt. And I pull the shoulder down. So the rest of the body remains in Supta Tadasana, the left thigh pressing down on the floor. As I bring the right femur deep into the socket, I push the outer hip and the front of the thigh away from the waist. And I pull the shoulder back to keep the concave back. Then I open the leg to the side. So keep the leg straight with the outer edge of the foot parallel to the floor. And I keep bringing the femur into the socket of the hip, but also bringing the humerus, the bone of the arm, into the shoulder. As I take the leg to the right, I roll the abdomen to the left and keep pressing the left thigh down. Then I bring the leg back Then I hold the foot with both hands, and I bring the foot closer and closer and closer to me. Keep pressing the front of the thigh away to extend the sides of the waist and the abdomen. And then in a deep exhalation, I bring the forehead to the chin. Relax the trapezium, relax the shoulders, and then come back. And the leg, go back to Supta. Left side. On the big toe, Supta Padangusthasana 1. Pressing the front of the thigh away from the waist, but also bring the shoulder down. Extend the back of the leg all the way to the heel. Move the sitting bone down so the femur goes deeper into the socket of the hip. Keep the right leg straight, pressing down on the floor. Press the mount of the big toe up so that the little toe moves down towards your hip. And move your outer hip away from the waist. Then move the leg to the side. Right. Keep the right leg straight, pressing down as you move the left leg to the left. Keep the outer edge of the foot parallel to the floor. And move the abdomen from left to right. Press the right shoulder down. Press the right thigh down. So the rest of your body remains in Supta Tadasana. Keep bringing the femur into the hip socket and the humerus into the shoulder socket. And bring the leg up. Take the foot with both hands. Keep moving the front of the thigh and the outer hip away from your waist as you bring the foot closer and closer to you. Keep the right leg straight, pressing down on the floor. And then in a deep exhalation, bring the chin and the forehead together. And then come back. Bend the leg, go back to Supta Tadasana. Bend the legs, go to the side. Adho Svanasana, so lay on the abdomen with your hands close to the chest, and then come up to Adho Svanasana. And to come out, bring knees to the floor. Salamba Sirsasana. So fold your butt in 4. You can use the wall if you need to. Place your elbows to the same width as your shoulders, interlock your fingers all the way. Then bring your head down. Lift the hips and walk towards your head, but keep pressing the forearms down to leave the shoulders, leave the trapezium, and bring the shoulder blades in. So your chest keeps moving forward. Then bend your knees, bringing the heels to the hips. Then extend thighs so that your knees are pointing up and your toes are pointing down. Keep lifting the shoulders. Keep lifting the trapezium up towards the waist. Then extend the legs all the way. Press the outer wrist, outer elbows down. Roll the triceps towards the tip of your nose and lift the shoulders up. Move your shoulder blades into your body and the thoracic spine in. Keep the abdomen back and move the top of the buttocks towards the heels. Extend the heels up. Move the front of the thighs back so that your tailbone can move in. Keep lifting your shoulders. Keep lifting the deltoid and rolling the triceps towards the tip of your nose. Extend the sides of your torso. Keep your legs and your hips compacting towards each other. Then to come out. Bend the knees, bring the heels to the hips. Then bring the knees to the chest. Go to Adho Virasana. And then walk back. Salamba Sarvangasana, to place your blankets. So the rounded edge of the blanket should be facing where the head is going to be, where the shoulders are going to be. And the head should not be on the mat, on the sticky mat. See that when you're placing your blanket, you're making a straight line here like a wall, so you have a good support for your shoulders. Then you place another blanket or bolster behind the blankets. Have a belt with a loop made to the same width as your shoulders. And then lay on the blankets. So the shoulders should be like an inch or an inch and a half in, close to the edge of the blanket, but the head is off the blanket. And I place the belt in the right arm and I swing the legs, pressing my hands to the bolster to go into Halasana. And I place the belt in the other arm and I roll the upper arms and the shoulders. Walk here, split my feet away from the head to help roll the shoulders more. I want to be on the outer edge of the shoulder, outer edge of the elbow. And then with the hands, I press the back ribs in. So move the skin of the back up towards the hips. And then I lift one leg, then the other, to Salamba Sarvangasana. I move the abdomen back. I press the front of the thighs back. And I lift the inner legs from the groin to the heel. I keep compacting the legs and the hips towards each other. And lift up. And I hold Salamba Sarvangasana for as long as I held Salamba Sirsasana, 1 to 5 minutes. Eka Pada Sarvangasana. So bring the right leg down, the 90 degrees. With the front of the thigh, I leave the right sitting bone up. I roll the left thigh in. As we did in Supta Padangusthasana I. It's the same action. And I keep the legs compact and the hips compact towards each other. And I bring the leg back up. Salamba Sarvangasana. Left side. With the front of the thigh, I leave the sitting bone. I roll the right side in. Come back up. Then I bring the right leg down again. This time, I take it all the way down to the floor. With the front of the thigh, I leave the sitting bone. And I roll the left thigh in. Come back up. Left side. Move the left sitting bone up, using the front of the thigh to push up, and roll the right thigh in. And come on. Halasana. Bring the legs down. Move your feet away from the head. Keep lifting the front of the thighs. Parsvottanasana. So walk to the right. But don't let the shoulders roll. Move the back right ribs in. And come back to the center. Now walk to the left. And move the back leg ribs in and up. Keep pressing the outer shoulders down so that the shoulders don't roll. Don't rotate. And then back to the center. Then to come out. Remove the belt. Bend the knees, bring them close to the chest. Look back as you bring the hips down. Then slide back. Cross your legs on the bolster in Svanasana. Spread your arms to the sides. Cactus position. Then roll to your side. Sit on the blankets and place the shoulder blade, the bolster on your shins. So you sit on the edge of the blanket to do Parivrtta with support for the head. So take your feet, extend the sides of your torso, going to conquer back, rolling the shoulders back, pressing the shoulder blades in. Keep the front of the torso extending as you go forward. Rest your forehead and the elbows on the bolster. Keep extending the front of the torso. Move the navel and the chest forward towards your toes. And then to come out, going to concrete back and lift the torso. And we'll do Shavasana II with the bolster. And I use a blanket for support to the head. So I lay flat with the buttocks in line with the bolster. My feet also in line. I bring the back ribs to rest on the bolster. The blanket should be under the neck and the head. And then here I move the skin of the back towards the waist. And then the skin of the buttocks towards the heels. Extend one leg at a time. I can lift my head to see that my body's in a straight line, symmetric position. And then I place the head straight as well. Roll the shoulders down. Press the arms to the sides with the palms facing up. And then relax. to Bharadvajasana. Slowly bend the legs and roll to the right side. And stop sideways. Namaste.